What's happening, people? Welcome. I hope all of you guys are doing good, first of all, and taking very good care of yourselves. 8 days left for your boards. The day that I'm recording this video, exactly 8 days is what you have before your social exam starts. For some of you guys, if you have your electives and stuff, I think the exam has already started for you people. I'm wishing you guys all the very best for your term one board exams. I hope that each and every one of you guys perform exceptionally well to the fullest of your abilities in your boards, right? So welcome to the session, guys. My name is Anoop, and this is the MCQs session number 4 of Human Eye and Colorful World, where we will be talking about the case study based questions. So I have 3 case study based questions in store for you guys. So you guys know what a case study question is. So you'll be given a paragraph and then about 3 to 4 sub questions, and you have to figure out what is the right answer with respect or with regards to that particular comprehension or paragraph or unseen passage, however you want to call it. So that's exactly what we're going to do today, people. And again, this is going to help you for your board exam preparation, for your term 1 preparation. So give your 100%, be honest, and most importantly, let me know in the comment section how many questions were you able to give the right answer for out of all the questions that you have attempted today. Alright guys, so let's just start without wasting much more time. I thought, why don't we start this session with a riddle, because there's already so much tension around you, and that is, I'm pretty sure all of your nerves are through the roof, like going berserk, going boink. I understand how you feel at this point of time. So just to relax you guys a little, this is the riddle for the day. What is a cat's favorite candy? Alright, not food, candy. Let me know what is the answer in the comment section. Also, do not Google it. Try your best. Alright, no Googling. Googling is ultimately a crime. Alright, so do not Google it. Try your best to figure out the right answer. Whatever funny answers, whatever bizarre answers you get, let me know in the comment section and the chat box, right? So, shall we start, people? Alright. So here's the first question for today. Now again, guys, I have 3 case study based questions. So here's the first one. So what I'm going to do is, because the question is, the paragraph is a very small paragraph, I'm going to hide the video for a second so that you get a chance to read the question properly. I'll read the question once, and then you guys can go ahead and start answering the question. So I'm going to basically, guys, vanish for a couple of seconds, abracadabra, I'm gone. All right, so please read the question carefully, and then let me know what you think is the answers for the sub questions that follows. So light spectrum is the many different wavelengths of energy produced by the light source. Light is measured in nanometers, that is nm. Each nanometer represents a wavelength of light or band of light energy. Visible light is a part of the spectrum from 380 nanometers to 780 nanometers. Isaac Newton was the first to use a glass prism to obtain a spectrum of sunlight. He tried to split the colors of the spectrum of white light further by using another similar prism. He then placed a second identical prism in an inverted position with respect to the first prism. This allowed all the colors of the spectrum to pass through the second prism. He found a beam of white light emerging from the other end of the second prism. This observation gave Newton the idea that the sunlight is actually made up of 7 colors. A rainbow is a naturally occurring spectrum, or which appears in the sky after a rain. Abracadabra. Back. So guys, so that is basically the question. This is a very small paragraph. As you can see, it doesn't take the entire slide to make this paragraph up. So it's very simple. You can expect what kind of, you already know what kind of questions you can expect from this question, right? So guys, going on to the first question, I hope you have read the paragraph. If you want to go back to it one more time, go back for a couple of seconds. You have an option called as arrow key. Yeah, the back arrow key. Press it, pause the video, and then read the paragraph one more time. All right, the first question, guys. Here it is. The many different wavelengths of energy produced by light source through prism is called as what? What are the many different wavelengths of energy produced by a light source known as? Is it called as a hydrogen spectrum, a light spectrum, corona discharge, or frequency modulation? Now, when they say corona discharge, they are not talking about coughing. All right, it's not the coronavirus. This is a different type of corona. All right, so all right, do not get that confused. So here's the question, guys: the many different wavelengths of energy produced by light source, what is that called as? I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds. I'm hoping you already have given the answer. I'm pretty sure you guys have done it. So first of all, high five to all of you guys who gave the right answer. That is absolutely spectacular job. But anyways, guys, for all those who do not know or all those who want a clarification, the answer, guys, is a light spectrum. So what is a spectrum? Is nothing but the band of different colors that you see. The band of different colors that you see, that is called as a spectrum, and each of those colors would have a different wavelength, which is basically coming from that particular source of light. So the answer, very simple, very straightforward. I hope you got this right. So that was the first question, easy peasy, kind of like, you know, the warm-up question. The what is it called? As in cricket, it's called as a trial ball, where they roll the ball onto the ground and let you hit a six. Yeah, after which, moving on to the second question now, the reals now. The dispersive power of prism depends on what? What does the dispersive power of a prism depend on? Options are the shape of the prism, the angle of the prism, the height of the prism, or the material of the prism. The dispersive power of a prism, that is how much white light is going to get dispersed in a particular prism, what does that depend on? Does it depend on the shape of the prism? Does it depend on the angle of prism? Does it depend on the height of the prism? Or does it depend on the material of the prism? I'm pretty sure that some of you guys might have a little confusion between two options here. I'm not telling out the options, obviously. This is not Kaun Banega Crorepati, and I'm not giving you a 50-50 option here. So figure out the answer. I'll give you guys another 10 more seconds. Think very carefully. What does the dispersive power of a prism depend on? Super easy question if you think about it. What does it depend on? I'll give you the answer in 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. I hope you guys have already given the answer. It is, guys, the material of the prism. I'm pretty sure some of you guys would have gone with angle of prism, but that is not the right answer, guys. It is basically, so the dispersive power depends on the refractive index of that material. So that means that it is basically the material itself. So what type of material the prism is made of, that each medium or each material has its own refractive index. So basically, in other terms, the material of the prism is what it depends on. All right, it is not the angle of prism. I'm pretty sure some of you guys would have gone with angle of prism, but it's not. It's actually the material of the prism. All right, that's okay. Again, if you've gotten it wrong, like I told you, it's a real ball. Happens. Sometimes we get duck out. It's all right. We still have a lot more to go through. Remember that Sachin also had one of the most highest number of duck outs in the world of cricket. So it's all right. It's all right. Even though he's one of the highest scorers, he still has the highest number of duck outs also. So it's okay. It's okay. We all make mistakes. The third question from the first sub question, that is the first case study based question. When white light is passed through a hollow prism, then there is no dispersion and no deviation. Only dispersion happens, only deviation, or both dispersion and deviation. Now this is a little hatke question. This is basically a HOTS wala question. All right. If you think about human eye and colorful world, this is basically a HOTS level question, which means higher order thinking questions. Because again, you wouldn't have gone through this type of question, or some of you guys would have never seen this question before. I'm pretty sure of that. So again, give your best guess. Whatever it is, go with Inky Pinky Ponky if you have to. Akkad Bakkad Babbebo or Jai Mataji, take a eraser, write 1, 2, 3, 4, like how it was done in Student of the Year, and do it. How you want to do it. But I want you guys to try. Whatever it is, I want you guys to try. Alright, I'll give you the answer in 10 seconds. If you have a hollow prism, first of all, guys, let me show you what a hollow prism looks like. So imagine there is a prism which is hollow in nature, hollow in the sense it's empty in the middle. All right, empty in the middle. For example, guys, I can say this is a hollow glass. There's no water inside, right? So it's a hollow structure. So when there's nothing inside, that's called as hollow. So imagine I have a prism which is hollow in nature. What would happen when white light passes through that particular prism? I'll give you the answer in 3, 2, 1. The answer, guys, is actually option number A. There will be no dispersion, neither will be any deviation whatsoever. Let me tell you why. I know that some of you guys are like, sir, I completely disagree with you. Let me tell you why, guys. Look at this. So light is entering from air to glass to again air. So if you look at the medium, that is the light traveling in different mediums, the medium outside the prism as well as inside the prism is same, which means that there will be no refraction because it is passing through the same medium. In basic words, see, there will be some refraction when it enters through glass, But again, it gets reversed on the second surface because light is now leaving the glass prism and entering into air. So because of this, what happens is, guys, there will be no refraction. So in other words, the light ray, if I were to pass a light ray through this, the light ray would pass through without any deviation whatsoever. If there is no deviation, there is going to be no dispersion, because dispersion is caused because of refraction. If there is no refraction, there is no dispersion also. And if there is no refraction, there is no deviation as well. Because what is angle of deviation? It is nothing but the angle formed between the incident ray and the emergent ray. Here, there is no change in the angle whatsoever. So there'll be no deviation, neither will be any dispersion whatsoever. I hope you got this, guys. So that is the reason for it, because again, the medium outside as well as inside. Now here, I have made it of some thickness. So that is why some of you guys might be like, sir, no, there is some thickness here. See, when you talk about a hollow cylinder, it might be very, very thin. Inside they'll be filled with air. Here I've made some thickness. That is why some of you guys might be a little skeptical about the answer. But imagine this, guys, when you talk about hollow, like look at this glass. Now, is the glass as thick as it is, as thick as I've drawn it? No, right? It's pretty thin. So that's what happens over here also. Imagine a very, very thin prism which is hollow. There's air inside of it, there's air outside of it as well. So there'll be no refraction whatsoever. Getting it? So that is why I am telling you that there will be no dispersion, neither will be there any deviation as well. All right, I hope you got it, guys. So please go back if you have to, go back a couple of seconds if you have to, and go through that part of the question one more time if there is any sort of confusion that persists. Right, moving on, guys, moving on to the next question now. All right, now this one I'm going to keep my, I believe that the camera is not interfering with the question. So here's the question, guys. White light is a mixture of 7 colors. That is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. FIBGR, in other words. Every color has its own characteristic wavelength. Different colors with their wavelengths are given in the table. So red has a wavelength of 7,900 angstrom, which is basically a unit for wavelength. Orange has about 6,000 angstrom. Then we have yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, so on and so forth. Now, here's the question. The splitting of white light into 7 colors when it passes through a prism, that is called as dispersion of light. Okay, so here's the first question, guys. The speed of light depends on what? The speed of light depends on the frequency of the light, the wavelength of the light, the density of the medium, or none of these. What does the speed of light depend on? Very simple question. What does the speed of light depend on? When you talk about a certain color, what does the speed of light of that particular color depend on? Does it depend on the frequency, the wavelength, the density, or none of the above? Think about it, guys. Think about it for 1 second. I'll give you guys 5 seconds to answer this question. Your time starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put it on the chat box. I hope you have already put down the answers. I know, again, some of you guys are like, sir, wavelength and density. But yes, guys, I'm going to go with density over here. Although wavelength is also accurate, because again, different wavelengths have different speeds. That is also accurate. But density is something which depends, speed of light actually depends on a lot more. More the denser the medium, the slower would be the speed of light. For example, if you talk about the speed of light in glass, it's a lot less compared to the speed of light in water. So because the density of the medium is different, glass being more denser than water, the speed of light in glass is a lot lesser. So you can say that the speed of light actually depends on the density more than the wavelength itself, because when you talk about here, they're not talking about a particular color. They're not talking about dispersion here. They're talking about white light. So what will be the speed of white light, and how, on what material or what thing does it depend on? The density of the medium. More the denser the medium, the slower the speed of light in that particular medium. Super easy question, isn't it? But again, I know that some of you guys will be like, sir, wavelength also. When you talk about dispersion and stuff, yes, wavelength also matters, but more of density. All right. Next question. It's all right. Even if you did bad so far, it's all right, people. We still have a lot more questions to go through. And more importantly, I want all of you guys to give your 100%. I keep saying this, guys. Every time you see a video, every time you take up your textbook, every time you see a notebook, you have to tell yourself this one statement, that today I am going to give my 100%. Even if you're studying for 30 minutes, give your 100% while you're studying for that 30 minutes. Don't think about anything else. All the distractions, everything has to be put on log for the next couple of days, couple of months, at least 1-2 months. That is the whole month of December and some part of November as well. So if you're able to do that, guys, then you will easily be able to score very, very, very excellent marks, not good marks, excellent marks in your boards. But it all depends on your dedication, on your willpower. No social media, nothing for the next couple of days. You have to say no to everything that is there out there. All right, guys, because there are a lot of things to distract you at this point of time, and ever so more than now than when we were studying. So you have to be even more stronger with respect to your willpower, right? Okay, here's another question, guys. Light of two colors P and Q pass through a glass prism. P deviates more than Q from its path of incidence. Which color has a higher speed in this prism? P, Q, higher, neither P nor Q, or both P and Q. So you can just look at this one statement, guys. I'm going to give you a small clue. P is deviating more than Q. So which would be faster, which would be slower then? Think very carefully. If you're not able to figure it out, think about dispersion of light. Think about dispersion of light for a second. Like how does the different colors deviate and stuff. If you're able to do that, guys, this question is super duper easy. I don't think there should be any explanation, any further explanation needed. I'm pretty sure you've already figured it out. I'm going to give you another 5 more seconds to figure it out. If you need more time, pause the video and try to figure out the right answer in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go with Q here, guys. Let me tell you why. Because P deviates more, which means that it is a lot slower in that particular medium. It is a lot slower there. Or in other words, it has a much higher refractive index. When you talk about Q, because it does not deviate as much, that means that it has a higher speed, which means that it has a much lower refractive index compared to P. So Q should be the one which is much more faster than P. Like for example, if you talk about this, the spectrum, the dispersion of light, violet deviates the most. Why? Because violet has the slowest speed. Red deviates the least. Why? Because red has the highest speed compared to all the 7 colors. So that's the answer, guys. All right, now before we go to the last and the final question, I have an amazing, spectacular, supercalifragilistic news. I mean, I don't think that is the right pronunciation, but yes, it is super duper duper news, guys. Because here's the thing, guys, the JEE Advanced, one of the toughest exams, one of the biggest and the toughest exams in the whole world is this JEE Advanced. And in 2021, that is this year, Vedantu students have created history of a lifetime. Let me tell you why. With more than 1,500 students going to IITs this year, which means that these 1,500 students have managed to secure their life out of all the people who give this examination. So which means that if you think about the statistics, that 6% of all the students going to IITs will be from Vedantu. 6% from the entire country. And that is an amazing feat. Think about it, guys. 1,500 students clearing one of the toughest exams in the world and securing their life, their future. With 5% of the students in the top 1,000, that is all India rank in the top 1,000, is from Vedantu. That's 3 times higher than the national average. About 60% of them are not from your cities like Bangalore or Chennai or Kolkata or Mumbai, but they are from tier 3 and tier 4 cities, where the education that they receive is not as much as a tier 1 city might receive. They might not have the best coaching institute, they might not have the best teachers, because all good teachers would like to come to the city and teach because of several other reasons. So here we are not only giving students an opportunity to change their life forever, but we are also impacting their life, reaching down to places that you have never heard of, and we are helping those students securing their life. It is not just any random bunch of these 1,500 students. About 60% of them, that's more than half of them, from tier 3 and tier 4 cities. And that is the kind of impact that Vedantu has always created, and that is what it will continue to create. We have students who have gone from, in their JEE mains, from 243 to AIR 35, all India rank 35. Out of so many lakhs of students who give the exam, AIR 35 is not a small deal. With another student called as Priyanshu with more than 10,000 rank is what he had in JEE mains. And in JEE Advanced, he managed to score a rank of 420, all India rank 420, securing his life. So yes guys, let me know, what do you feel? Do you think you can be next? I'm pretty sure you can, but it's all about you putting in the steps, you putting in the effort, you having a stronger willpower than the rest of the crowd. Because again guys, barely 2% of the population actually makes it to such premier institutes. So here is an opportunity for you guys to make that happen, because in order to clear such exams, in order for you to clear your boards itself, you need to have a very clear conceptual clarity. Because if you've seen your sample papers, you can see that a lot of questions that were asked were all conceptual questions. It was not some by heart and vomit, by heart and by vomit. No, it was all conceptual questions. So here is a chance for you guys to study in one of the most premier institutes, where you will be getting the best visualization of the concepts and an opportunity to get whatever doubts you have cleared, both inside the class as well as outside the class. So this, my friends, is nothing but Vedantu. Let me just quickly tell you what is Vedantu and why you should choose Vedantu. Look at this guys. First of all, just like what you see on YouTube, you can see all the past sessions. Whatever sessions happen throughout the entire year, you guys can see through that. So whenever you have a doubt, you want to go through that particular topic, you can go through that particular topic at any point in time you want. And we generally have a lot of fun in the sessions. It's not just talking and teaching. We also have a lot of fun. Like generally I start off the session with a riddle or some sort of, something or the other, because it is always, it should be a fun process. You tend to learn better when you have fun with the topic, and more importantly when you have fun learning the concept rather than just rattamar, because that is a old school method and it's very clear that it doesn't work anymore. So yes guys, here's a chance for you guys to not only study but also to enjoy that process of studying. Not only that, you'll be having quizzes in every session, which means that your term 1 preparation is done right there. All the sessions would have at least about 8 to 10 questions, at least quiz questions, which means that you get a very good practice for your term 1 examinations. Not only that guys, we believe in appreciation, so we also we also think that you should also get a chance to see the leaderboards. So we have leaderboards, we have we have what to say, stars, we have doles in the class, everything again to encourage you guys. We have stars, like I told you, you get stars for every right answer you get. We have leaderboards, and more importantly guys, like I told you, every session will not just have one teacher. In fact, you'll also have another set of teacher called as a class teacher. Just to give you a hint, in that particular session which I'm just showing you right now, about 124 doubts were asked by the students, and look at that, all the 124 doubts were solved by our class teachers and us. So you can completely trust in the fact that if you have a doubt, you can get that cleared inside the class itself. And if there is some spillover, if there is some doubt that you want to ask from a previous topic, previous grade, we also always have the Vedantu's app. You can always download the Vedantu app for free from Play Store or from your Google Play Store or your iPhone. I don't know what it's called is, but yes, I'm guessing it's some sort of store. You can download it from there, and you guys can get your doubt solved right there as well. So you can just take a photo, put it out over there, and you can get that doubt cleared. Not only that guys, unlike your YouTube, you can actually talk to the teacher here, which is not an option here, right? On YouTube you can't really talk to the teacher, but here you can get unmuted in the class, you can get uncammed in the class. So if there is a doubt that you need the teacher to clear it, you can always get unmuted, and you can also get those doubts cleared as well. And not only that guys, you can download all the notes, all the premium content is clearly available for you guys. So whenever you want to study, just download the notes and go through that topic and get that clear. So yes guys, now the question is, how do I enroll into those courses? So very simple guys. Now this is the video that you're watching right now, the assertion reasoning type question. So go to show more, go to the description, show more, and click on either term 1 crash course or term 1 and 2 crash course. Now if you go to term 1 crash course guys, this is your, and again, this is until the end of your term 1, not just 1 month, until the end of your term 1, where you have complete school exam preparations. Your entire syllabus would be done, complete revision, topic specific courses, that is your micro courses. For example, let's say that you're finding total internal reflection a little hard, you will have micro courses which you can join for free and study that particular topic alone. All of this for a very, very nominal cost of 1,350 rupees. all 6 subjects, including test assignments, with the notes, with all of the features of Vedantu that I just talked about, all for just 1,350 rupees. That is after the 10% discount if you use my coupon code AMEPRO. This is, again, this was around 7,000 rupees and we have bought it down to just 1,350 rupees. That is until the end of your board exam. In fact, guys, if you go to Classic, you can also get your doubts solved. So you're also getting the doubt app for the same price. No change at all. For the same exact price, you're also getting the Vedantu's doubt app, which means that you can download the app and get your doubts solved at any point of time, 24/7. You can get those doubts as well, which will definitely help you with your board exam preparation. Where as you go closer and closer to the exams, you'll have more and more doubts. So you can get those doubts cleared just by taking a photo and sending it. And not only that, guys, if you want to go for both term 1 and term 2 crash course, you can click on the link for term 1 as well as term 2. Now here it's going to be a little bit more because we are including both term 1 preparation, that is your term 1 revision and everything that is required for your term 1, and your term 2 as well, which will be around 22,500 rupees. That is after the 10% discount. But I know that it's a lot of money, guys. Don't worry about it, because guys, you can actually try the 1 month program first. So go for the 15-day trial. All right, 15-day trial is 1,170 rupees for all 6 subjects, everything included, 1,170 rupees. But again, if you use my coupon code AMEPRO, that 15-day trial will go to 30 days, which means that the entire 1 month full test, full revision, everything of Vedantu, whatever features I just talked about, for that nominal price, just 1,170 rupees. If you ask me, guys, this is a better option than going for this one, because you are also getting the revision and everything for 200 rupees lesser. So you can actually go with this one rather than going for that one. Alright, and later on, if you want to continue after that 1 month trial is done, you can actually pay around 1,875 rupees per month, because 22,000 is a lot of money and we understand that. So about 1,875 rupees per month, which is, you have an EMI option, so you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to put that pressure on your parents, and 1,800 is something which you can afford for all 6 subjects and everything that I just talked about. Guys, again, the choice is yours. Time is very limited. Seats are filling up really fast. The ball is in your court. The question is, are you going to utilize this opportunity or regret that why didn't I do it a little sooner before? All right, let me tell you this, guys, regret is never a good option. All right, okay, moving on to the last question. So I've spoken enough of Vedantu. Let's get back to the questions, guys. So here is another teeny tiny paragraph. Let's go. So I'm gonna vanish. Abracadabra, I'm gone. Alright, so here's the question, guys. A beautiful atmospheric phenomena commonly seen after rain is the rainbow. The colorful arc of the rainbow across the sky is the result of several optical effects, refraction, internal reflection, and dispersion. But the condition must be just right. As we all know, a rainbow is seen after a rain, but not after every rain. Following a rain, there are many tiny water droplets in the air. Sunlight incidence on the droplets in the air produces a rainbow. But whether a rainbow is seen depends on the relative positions of the sun and the observer. As you may have noticed, the sun is generally behind you when you see a rainbow. To understand the formation and the observation of a rainbow, consider what happened when sunlight is incident on a water droplet. On entering the water droplet, the light is first refracted and then dispersed into component colors as it travels in the water. These 7 colors strike the inner surface of the water drop and gets internally reflected. The reflected ray is refracted again as it comes out of the drop, as shown in the figure. And this is the figure, guys. And yes, Wingardium Leviosa, I'm back. So guys, I hope you've read the topic again. If you need more time, please pause the video and go through the topic, go through the entire paragraph one more time, and then come back and give the answers. So here's the first one, guys. Super duper easy questions. Again, the last and the final case study based question. Here's the first one for you guys. Which of the following phenomena of light is involved in the formation of a rainbow? Options are reflection, refraction, dispersion, total internal reflection, refraction, dispersion and internal reflection, or dispersion, scattering and total internal reflection. What do you think is the right answer, guys? I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are confused between option B and C. But let me clear that confusion, because I know that so many of you guys have this doubt. If you're ever given an option like this, so what do I select? So I'm going to give you the answer in 5 seconds. I know that you've already given it. So high five to each and every one of you guys. And also let me know in the chat box, guys, how many of you guys have given all the right answers so far. So far, every single question is right, including the one of the prism that I just talked about, the hollow prism. If you've given all the right answers, give me a oh yeah in the chat box, and also let me know in the comment section how many questions were you able to give the right answer for. Right? Anyways, the answer, guys, in 3, 2, 1, option number C. Do not go with option number B. See, the thing is this, guys, in your NCERT, it is given as internal reflection. There is a difference between internal reflection and total internal reflection. But please remember this, instead of total internal reflection, in your NCERT, it is given as internal reflection. All right. So what is internal reflection? Again, the phenomenon is same. If you do not know it, I've already made a video of it on the Prodigy series. Go through that. Hardly take you 30 minutes, but you'll understand the entire concept of total internal reflection. I've explained it in a very detailed manner. So please remember this. If you're given an option between B and C, go with option number C. Do not go with total internal reflection. Call it as internal reflection. Alright, so that would be the answer for this particular question. And your boards also don't repeat the same mistake. Alright, here's another one. Which phenomena does not occur during rainbow formation? Which of this is not a part of rainbow formation? Options are refraction, induction, dispersion, or reflection. This though is very straightforward. I don't think there should be any confusion on this. This is probably one of the most easiest and bacha level question there is. I don't think this should even appear in your boards. What do you guys think? I mean, this is too easy, now. Too easy. Anyways, I'll give you the answer in 3, 2, 1. I'm pretty sure you've already put down the answers. So once again, guys, you guys are rock stars. The answer, guys, is induction. Induction is something which comes under the concept of magnetic effect of electric current. It is not a part of light in whatsoever manner. So there is no induction happening in rainbow formation. Alright, guys, the last question. Here it is. The order of wavelength of red, yellow, and orange is yellow is less than orange and less than red, or orange is less than red, or red is greater than orange, yellow greater than orange, orange greater than red, orange greater than red, red greater than yellow, or none of the above. Super easy question, guys. This should be not at all a problem for you guys, because the best way to go about this, I'll give you guys, if you want more time, pause the video, give the answer, but let me just write it down, guys. It is nothing but WebGR. So it's very clear they're talking about the last 3. So remember this, as you go from violet to red, the wavelength is increasing. So that means that yellow has lesser wavelength than orange, and orange has lesser wavelength than red. So the answer should be option number A. That's all. Alright. Okay. Apparently, guys, they've chosen the wrong answer here. I'm really sorry for that. It should be option number A. Alright, it should be definitely option number A. So yellow has lesser wavelength than orange, or you can say that orange has more wavelength than yellow, and red has the highest wavelength, so it is more than orange. It is definitely not less than orange. So definitely, guys, option number B should be the right answer. Unfortunately, we have marked the wrong answer. Please don't get confused. To correct that, we'll have one more question. Let's do one more question, one last question. Alright, here's another. Which of the 7 colors travel fastest in a medium? I'm sure you've already seen the answer. I don't think I need to spend more time on it, but you already know this, guys. Red would be the answer for this one. I don't think there's any time required for this, because you already have seen this a billion times in my Ace the MCQ series itself. I've put it down so many times. The same question has been repeated. Which of the 7 color travels in the fastest in medium? It's red. Red has the highest speed, so it deviates the least. And that, my friends, is the end of the session. That is it. But yes, the answer for the riddle, by the way, is this. The question was this: what is a cat's favorite candy? It's kitty cat bar. You know, Kit Kat. It's kitty cat bar. So let me know how awesome was this riddle also. Alright, I know, right? I have the best riddles selections in the world. Planet Earth. Thank you. I know. Anyways, so enough self-bragging. Thanks a lot for joining today's session, guys. Once again, all the very best for your board exams. 8 more days left. By the time the video's out, I think it'll be around 7 days left for your boards. All the best for your exams. Do really, really well, exceptionally well. Give your 100% every single time you take up your textbooks, every time you take up your notebook. You have to give your 100%. That is all that matters. Your effort is what matters and nothing else. All right. I'll see you soon. And let me know how the session was in the comment section. Also, let me know the answer for the riddle. I hope you guys have, again, before I gave the answer, don't tell sir this is what I went to do. No. And also let me know how many questions you gave the right answer for. All right, subscribe to the channel, guys. and we are very close to 10,000, 10k, sorry, 1 lakh, all right, 100,000, sorry, 100,000. That's basically, guys, 1 lakh. So make it happen, please. All right, I'll catch you guys soon. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and have a great day ahead. All the best. Bye bye, guys. Take care. See you soon. Adios.